So welcome back. You know who it is, what we about to do. So you know we about to get all up in it and into it. So we are about to watch Dreamcatcher Odd Eye. Dreamcatcher is a seven-member girl group that was formed by Happy Face Entertainment, the group where each member represents a fear slash nightmare.
Love that.
Odd Eye is the title track of their sixth EP, Dystopia, Road to Utopia. Oh, okay. Which was released on January 26th of 2021. The EP is considered part 3 to their dystopia area. Part 1, Scream, begins with the death of the tree of language once the light disappears. This causes hate and malicious language to be spread. Part 2, Boca, I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Boca.
Tells of members attempting to protect the tree of language as the forest it was once located in wait.
You had it right.
Tree of language as the forest located in becomes taken over by infrastructure. While this is happening, the hate speech continues to grow and begins to take over the internet. And finally, in part 3, Odd Eye, we learned that the hate speech has completely taken over the internet, and the tree of language is being kept alive by the members. They attempt to revive the tree and bring back the light, but fail, causing the dystopia to take over. Sounds like real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Ready, Freddy?
Dreamcatcher music video's gonna be lit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yes. This is a dope ass chair.
Right?
Yes, outfit.
Actual song. Ooh, okay, producer. Okay, it's a build up. I'm not mad. I think this is the most powerful video I've seen them in. When I say power, I equate it to the way the way the individuals are presented in the group. Dreamcatcher, to my experience, has always done, or has often done a very good job at making sure the entire group looks well. The theme works well, but in this video, I felt an individual nature. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I saw each girl for themselves instead of it just being the group, and the group has elements. It was like, no, these are all separate people. You know what I'm saying? I never saw them as like a separate entity until today. You know what I'm saying? This is the first video for me. So for me, I'm not that I'm like really I'm saying that this is what power means, but I'm saying I use the word powerful because for me, I feel like everyone has their own stance now in a sense. Everyone is their own person. Like if you wanted to like choose a bias, or if you wanted to be like, well, I like this girl because she looks like this or she sings like this, like you could really put a finger on and note on certain things in this video. So I did like that. Outside of that, outfits on point. Them things was tight. Whoever got them things together was yes. And then the producer, even though this is still in the K-pop build-up era, this is a dope beat. This is nice. So it's all a thumbs up for me. Dreamcatcher doesn't miss. they hit the target every time. They don't miss.
I liked it, but in comparison to their other ones that we've seen, I love those ones more.
Like the video.
Yeah,
Same.
like the video for me didn't. Yeah. It was great. It was great. If we're talking about what was given and stuff like that, it was great. But it didn't give me oomph. It didn't. I don't know how to explain it. It just wasn't super exciting for me. I think maybe I didn't see much of a story. I think that might have been what it was for me. Like I did, like the lyrics, yes, but their visual concepts helped me understand their story a lot. And the other ones for me was like blatant, in your face, like this is what we're talking about. This one was kind of like, we're talking. It was just like,
I was like, I saw the story, but like you had to, it was. Keep going.
Yeah, but that's basically it for me. Like but the thing is, for me, for the other ones, it was like you couldn't not see the story. Like it was literally in your face. Like we're gonna make sure you know what we're talking about. This one, it can get lost to somebody, and that's how I felt. I felt it wasn't like grabbing me enough. I'm just like, you know, kind of thing. But I still love them. That does not change anything. I still think the video was great. I just will say, in comparison, I liked the other videos that we did see much, much more. It grabbed me, and it, like, my attention couldn't get away from them. This one, I could have ADD and like look at the curtains. Like I could have. So.
That was me. I will say, because the girls are phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was the editing. It was too many cuts.
Okay.
Yeah, it was too many cuts. Like, you know how, K-pop does. It was like they had too many cuts. Like, I barely saw. I don't remember any choreo. I cannot remember what they wore.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
in the beginning.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what they were unless like they were one of the main girls in one of the chairs. But yeah, it was so many cuts to where it's like they are being so badass right now, but I can't enjoy it because you keep cutting them the fuck off, and it's pissing me the fuck off, and I clock the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was like, stop doing these girls like that. I was like, what happened? That's why I was upset. I'm like, what happened, bitch?
Right.
Who y'all got new?
And we know that
true.
This is a thing for music videos. You know, that they do a lot of cuts. So we're not complaining about it. We're just saying it made it hard.
Yeah, it made it too hard to focus on like what's going on. I did finally catch the story after a third of the music video went by. I was like, oh, she is that person. Oh, she is that person. Oh, she is that. I got that at the end of it, but while I was watching, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Secondly, y'all keep cutting to like people that's by themselves just sitting there in the chair, and I'm like, okay, so what is her role? Like, I don't understand. Like, they having a whole group moment and dancing and ain't nothing, and y'all just cut it off to go to her instead of her sitting in the chair just staring back at you. And I'm trying to figure out, it's supposed to be a storyline. Where is the storyline? Yeah, so I kind of got like, I wasn't here for it. Of course, the song was great. Yeah. The girls are great. Their dancing is great. But I could not see their dancing. I couldn't see how great they were because the editing was trash to me. Opinions, guys. Opinions.
Right.
So I think after hearing what y'all two have to say, what it sounds like, at least in my brain, what I'm gathering, it sounds like something was changed from the last videos we've seen to this video, in like whether it's their management or their creative team or whatever it is.
Is this their newer one or is this an older one?
Oh, that's true. That is definitely
newer. It's their part 3.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is last year. This is last year, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this year, this is like a newer song, well, I guess in comparison to what we've heard. It seems like in this part,
this is
I don't know what it is, but someone or something came in and was like, how would basically Dreamcatcher look if we put the usual K-pop mannerisms and K-pop tropes on them?
Right.
Because they don't have that. You know what I'm
saying?
They
don't need it.
They don't. They never do.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's what I said for me. Like it seemed different because again, like it gave each person like an individual stance. Like I saw more individuality in this video than I've ever seen from them. Usually it's
and
like
maybe that's why
like
it seemed slow, because it was more individual instead of cohesive.
I kept seeing the same 5 people, so I don't know who you were seeing.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, maybe again, though, like before there wasn't even the same 5. It was like these are just like part of the group. There's 2 groups, or there's a group of 3, or there's 2 groups of 2. There's a group of 4 now. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like a big group situation, but it was within the theme. You know what I'm saying? And it moved in a certain way because of the theme and the story, and it all worked out. But this one was like a different take. It seemed like maybe like a new age or something different pulled up and was like, let me shoot your video for you, or let me storyboard it for you, and this is how it came out. Not that it's bad, but in comparison to like how they presented the actual themes in their other video, I feel like they if you want to do this route, you can't lose the things that are presenting the story, the choreography, you know what I'm saying, the outfits, or like the things that connect it. It can't all just be a model show, like because that's what new K-pop, like, well, I can't say new K-pop, but like what is it, 3rd, 4th generation? You know what I'm saying? A lot of it looks like, you know what I'm saying, very good choreography, you know what I'm saying, but it's a lot of model stuff, and it's like Dreamcatcher. Yeah,
well, that's how they put
They put it together.
Yeah, because that's why we know this. That's why they have the music video, the performance video, and the dance practice, because the performance is more of everything, where the music video is what they just want to show basically aesthetically or creatively. And that's why there are so many cuts, because it's not really it's just meant to be visually awesome, instead of it being like, I don't know. I mean, cohesive.
I'm not mad at what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
I just hope they just don't lose, like, again, the fact that you can present your entire theme and whatnot in these other videos, you know what I'm saying? Because, like...
Well, I do feel like it might maybe, possibly, one of the reasons why they do that, or it allows them to be creative in multiple ways instead of it being like you have to put all of that onto one thing. But also it stands out from America, because you don't see America like having 3 different types of videos, kind of thing. So it definitely makes y'all stand out for sure.
I know. I mean, I hope that like what's it called? Like with them moving forward, they continue to like push the envelope, but just don't lose the idea that don't lose the theme and the very real idea of fully presenting your ideas or fully presenting your messages in the videos, because when it's done in these prior videos, I feel like that's one of the biggest things, like to really show your group, you know what I'm saying? Because again, like I don't know, it just seems like it works. It seems like their themes are like, oh my goodness, the tree of life, and you see it, you're like, oh shit, oh, like that works, and you know what I'm saying? And this one I felt like I was just like, oh, well, it's a video.
Yeah, right. Like y'all hit the marks of a good video.
Right, that's
why we're like, it's not a bad video. It's just in comparison to what we've seen from y'all, it's just like
So we did watch Screaming of them.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm looking at Screaming. I'm like, the cuts on here made sense.
Yeah.
And it was cohesive. These cuts didn't make sense, and it wasn't cohesive. It didn't go into the next one. When they cut it was still going into the next one, or they was doing the other choreography.
And I'm sure we've actually pointed that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like we said this before. Was that I like even though they have cuts, the cuts make sense.
And
But
when
this one did not make sense.
And when the cuts make sense, we don't complain about the cuts or there being too many cuts, because you're still able to digest it, because what you wanted to be seen and received was seen and received.
Right.
But when you interrupt that by cutting it too soon, it makes it hard.
As many cuts as this one for screen.
Well, yeah, but other than that, it's visually pleasing. It's a good video.
Good. Good stuff.
Alright, what's the next one? Loopy and Nafla. Internet War. Loopy is a Korean American rapper under Uncut Point. Nafla is a Korean American rapper under Groovelin. Did I say that? Groovelin. Nafla was the winner of 7th season of the South Korean rap competition Show Me the Money.
Show me the money.
In 2018. Wait. Nafla was the winner of the 7th season of the South Korean rap competition Show Me the Money in 2018. And Loopy was the runner-up. The duo have known each other many years prior, having met while being interested in each other's music in the early mid 2010s. Internet War is the single that they released together in 2017. Okay, cool.
And according to this is their remake version that was originally done by Taji and the boys.
Nice.
K-pop.
K-pop.
The godfathers of what we know as modern K-pop today.
K-pop. I guess all this K-pop.
Wait, this is a remake. Okay, cool.
Like their own version of it.
Mic check. 잡소리 파티는 꼭 계속 기절해봐. 노래만 거짓거려봐. 자꾸 상식에 나불는 널 서툰 사조만 들어오는 넌 떨어진 값없이 가비원이 값없지. 상처받는 맘에서까지만 이제 적적해. 좀 약적해. 씨발 약적해. 이제 약적해. 좀 약적해. 씨발 약적해. 한국어 눈을 털어 디지털 디라스터러 온라인 버킹 온라인 비에 셧다운 뿌려둘 테니 이거 뭐 흘린 피노는 녹이었고 칼 대신 키볼 수전의 징에서 현실은 루저들의 바빌론 언짢던 쳐야 내가 생존 돌이키지 못할 소모전에 나로가 눈도 그 너의 발목을 쥐저랬지 경직된 넌 춤추면서 무식하게 해 지나치지 너의 구치 해 다들 하나같이 이제 작작하지
Flowing.
눈물을 닦아줄게
I'm not gonna lie about that. He is flowing on the track.
Oh, okay.
Okay, flexing. Okay, flex culture. Let's go, Brooklyn. Let's go, flex culture.
하며 위험 발전 또다시 역을 세겠던 네가 버린 그 독한 패수가 어린애들의 결과는 하며 위험 발전 또다시 역을 세겠던 네가 버린 그 독한 패수가 어린애들의 결과는 자신에게서 저항해봐 형을 무시한 노리는 다 스스로 멸망의 인질 노예 못해 생존이야 자신에게서 저항해봐 형을 무시한 노리는 다
Very interesting.
And I have no idea what the original sounds like, so I don't know if like the lyrics are the same or the music is the same or.
Not bad. After seeing that there was time travel about the end of it, I guess I understood like the idea that they were trying to like portray. It wasn't if they put it into like an actual like story. If someone wrote that story and like put it on film or short film or something, I feel like it'd be like a decent story for what they were like trying to portray. But don't leave it up to me. No, ultimately, what's it called? Whoever was rapping on that first verse, I don't know if it was Loopy or not. I think maybe it was Loopy. Yeah, he was flowing. He was definitely flowing. Definitely holding it down at the time, whatever time it was. But yeah, I think I honestly a very creative outlook on the entire situation. Not bad. Not an award-winning video, with all due respect, but not a bad concept and theme. I mean, overall though, as far as like the song went, I wasn't really like super impressed or anything. To be honest, it wasn't like, oh, this is the best song ever. But at the same time, I wasn't like, oh, this is trash. Like, what were they thinking? Like, so I think it was a cool project. I think it was like a really cool like let's get together and do something, and it worked out. Like no matter how successful you thought it was gonna be, I think on some level of success, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was weirdly calming for me. Like I was okay with falling asleep, but not in like a bad way. Like it was like I could fall asleep to this. It was so weird.
I like closed my eyes like once.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, and I'm like, wait, this song is so like, like how could you fall asleep to this? That's why I'm like, I don't feel like I was bored. I just feel like I was like, I guess maybe nothing like stood out maybe, or I don't know, but it was a good song and like a good video. It just, I don't know. I was able to doze off, but it didn't feel like a bad doze off. Like, shut this off. It was kind of like, we could keep playing it.
Interesting.
I don't know. Interesting. I would definitely like to see more though, because I want to, because this is a remake, right? So I would like to see your stuff, hear your stuff, just so I can, see what y'all really do. Yeah.
Yeah, Nafla was the one who made Woo.
I remember that.
I remember the Woo, but I don't remember like the song.
Nafla made Woo.
The song about the Wu-Tang Clan.
Ah.
That Joey loved so much.
Oh, just kidding. That ain't me then. Because I remember there being another
gotcha.
song, maybe not called Woo, but there was a Woo in there. So I'm like, I remember the Woo, but
yeah, he was dope. He was dope in this too.
Specifically, but I do remember that experience. So yes, okay, gotcha.
well, I need to hear something else because I don't know.
Word.
Yeah, but it was very interesting just to see what the story was, where the story was going, and what was happening. But that's all I got to say about that one.
You?
All right, guys, that's it for today, and we gonna catch y'all on the next one. Goodbye.
Bow. Bow.